Now, of course, if you know your shotgun lore, you know the Winchester line, you might be looking at this one and go, wait a second, dude. Wait a second, that's not a 1300. That is a Winchester SXP. You're right. Very astute, my friend. It is a Winchester SXP, but it is essentially a 1300. Minor changes. Minor changes. It comes in all types of versions, mostly geared towards hunting. The SXP, different chamberings, 20. I didn't see a 10 gauge though. 12 gauge for sure, that's our most popular. Then they do have a Defender line. This is a Defender line. I'll start off with this. One thing that the newer SXPs don't do very well is give you enough rounds. Most of them, I think, are just 5 round tubes. Wow. Yeah, so that's kind of a disadvantage, the round counts. And my original 1986 Defender has, I think it's 7+1 capacity. You can see that on this magazine extension, of which I have done a separate video on. I think it was an Operation Valkyrie. It was Jardine and myself did it. I intentionally went past the barrel for more rounds. So this is an 8-round tube plus 1 in the chamber. This is a 9-shot combat Winchester SXP Defender. I have changed it. So that is one thing that the original Defenders had over this, is they had enough rounds just built into the gun. And why did they do that? Well, the reason they do that is because they're made in Turkey. They're not made in the United States anymore. I think they used to be made in, I want to say Connecticut. Yeah, so that's why. So they're imported, and when they come in as an imported shotgun, they have to have a 5-round tube. That's why. Okay, I know, it's not perfect, but the line is still alive. So that's exciting, right? It'd be easy to like complain about the things that it doesn't do, but it's still alive, and there's a lot of cool forms, and as you can see, you can rectify the firepower situation readily. And this is, as you're going to see in this infield shooting video, completely reliable. We started off with some slugging. My shoulder, once again, can attest, it's been bruised already. I know, I'm a wimp. I'm a wimp. No red dot on this one. All I have is that snap-on fiber optic sight, which apparently is working just fine. It stayed on during slug shooting, slipped back a little bit with a recoil, but I was hitting mostly. And we are at about 30 yards right here. We're gonna move up for some scattergun shooting. Now, some other pump shotguns have come out that have challenged this gun. I'm not going to go through the entire lineup because we're going to focus on the Defender and the SXP. I will say this, as a reviewer, having reviewed pump shotguns here and there through the years, the technology has been basically the same. Haven't seen many changes. You're still going to have dual action bars. They're still loaded from the bottom. You know, they still have the same style of bolt, the same configuration, and I'm totally okay with that because it works. It's simple, time proven, law enforcement proven. Do we need to change it? And I'm just going to basically pit this gun up against other pump shotguns like the Mossberg 500, 590. There I go listing some. Maybe that discontinued FN, that one's gone now. What was it called? The P12?
Full power slow.
Maybe some other Turkish pump guns, and there's a bunch of those. I don't even know the names of them. They come and go so quick. Charles Daly's used to be out there. And of course the Remington 870.
Woo,
to be honest, in my experience, most of those guns are actually pretty darn good. I know the 870 is epic. It gives this gun, the Winchester 1300, and the SXP a run for its money. But this is still my favorite pump shotgun. Yes, even today. Encore. Still high base. 6.4 pound SXP 8-shot mag. Awesome gun, even the new one. That's more like it. And I'm running this gun because I want to put rounds through it, and I want to remind you that the Winchester 1300 is still alive and well in this gun, the SXP. I mean, I was really going to come in front of the camera with my Winchester Defender, my 1986 one. I was like, I've shot so many thousands of rounds through that thing. I really need to slick this one up. It's a cast member, and so here we are. And more importantly, the camouflage pattern kind of matches my shirt. Kind of. Totally not planned, but totally rad. Okay, we're gonna move up, put some more shells down range, and I'll blabber some more. A little bit closer now. Shoulder still sore. Winchester SXP and its predecessor, the 1300, are they still rad? Well, I think you know my answer to that, boys and girls. Let's talk about ergonomics. Have they changed that much since 1988? Well, 86 when I first got mine. No, it's basically the same gun. Corncob forend on this one. Standard conventional stock on this variation. Makes me happy. The reason they don't change that much is because that configuration just works. And the market has said as much. Both hunters, duck hunters, turkey hunters, deer hunters, bear hunters. Yeah, you can hunt bear with shotguns back east. I mean, if there was a problem, they would have changed it. Cops, military, ergonomics are the same. The one improvement they've done on these, and not just the Winchesters, but all pump shotguns, Mossberg's been real good about this too, is that now it can take a rail. So I can put a pick rail on this if I want to. I don't have one on here, of course. Not yet. Will I put one on here? Yeah, almost undoubtedly I will. Having a red dot or one of those bull dot lasers on here, awesome. More capability, and it doesn't add that much bulk or weight. So this is an ergonomic improvement for eyesight. You know, as guys get older, they'll have a harder time hitting with a bead. The other hunting variations will have the raised rib. I do have a Winchester 1300 Turkey special. I'll never sell it. I was really tempted to bring that one out and shoot it instead of this one. But again, I want to remind you the SXP is alive and well. That one has a raised hunting rib on it. And I got to tell you, dudes, it is awesome for every type of shotgunning. Trap, skeet, hunting, tactical shooting. I much prefer that raised rib. I'll roll in some photos of that bad boy. Amazing. It also has a corncob forend, if I remember right, but in laminated furniture. It's that beautiful green, wind tough camo they used to do when Winchester was its own entity. Yeah, so ergonomically, no, it's basically the same. Brass bead sight in most variations, and I think I added that. I can't remember if this came with the gun, but these are pretty inexpensive. I'll put a link to these below. And like I say, I actually like these light pipes. They're pretty good, and if you really wanted it to stay on, you could just like tape it with some electrical tape. Nothing fancy. That sounds so cheesy. No, believe it or not, I won't say it'll stay on forever, but it'll secure it better than what I have on there now, which is just friction. Yeah, black electrical tape is amazing. You get that really good 3M stuff, the 800 series, whatever it's called. That'll work. Trigger's the same. In the SXP, the trigger guard is the same, because when I did my original Winchester 1300 review, and I did it when I did the shotgun shootout back in 2009, and then when I finally got around to reviewing the 1300, I told you about this polymer trigger guard. Now I think the reason guys have a problem with that is because they know about Mossberg's marketing, which is based on fact, by the way, it's not hype, that the military wanted bottom metal And so the 590 has bottom metal, and guys got it in their mind that if a trigger guard and the bottom housing isn't made of metal, it's crap. That's just not true. It's just not true. There's so many guns that I've shot that have polymer bottom parts per se, and they just work fine. You're not going to see it fall off or break here. And what it's doing is it's saving weight and it's saving cost, which will dovetail now into value. The Winchester SXP, and if you're lucky enough to find a Winchester 1300, are they still a good buy? I think the jury's out on the 1300 because those keep going up in value because, well, me and some other people have gotten the word out that since they're no longer made, they're going to have collector status. They were featured in a ton of movies, a ton of shows. The Winchester 1300, it's a great looking shotgun, especially when you get a Woodstock version. Those seem to be rare. But they're not going to be super inexpensive. You're gonna pay more. But an SXP, yeah, high value. You're not going to be paying that much. I forgot what I paid for this one. It was a little bit more because of this camouflage. I can't remember if it was a SHOT Show special or not. I didn't buy it at SHOT Show. I just bought it at another place. Yeah, totally worth it. Totally worth it. I mean, good value. But let's be honest. So is the 870. So is the 500. So is the 590. And a lot of those other excellent Turkish shotguns. And if guys say Turkish shotguns are generally crap, they honestly don't know what the hell they're talking about. There are some bad semi-auto Turkish shotguns. I have reviewed some, and I will rail on those. Most of their pump action stuff, their double barrel stuff, their single barrel stuff, thumbs up. Of which I do own some. Like I own some Hulus, and those are decent guns. Really nice guns. Yeah, time to shoot. Enough talking, nothing fancy. Let's see you hit something. You got it. Rotary bolt too. So this is a fast, human-powered semi-auto. To be honest, I'm out of practice, dude. So when I practice with a 1300 and I'm shooting one that's really slicked up, I can shoot them pretty quick. You won't see that with this one. It's okay. Short stroke that? Probably. That seemed pretty fast to me, nothing fancy. Thank you. I can get faster. If I practice with a 1300, watch out. Watch out. Not with slugs though, or full power buckshot. That's a lot. And with a pump action shotgun, you're taking the whole weight of the recoil into your shoulder. Wah. But let me say this. It's really easy on the other side of the camera to go, oh, you pussy. Not that you guys are saying that, but some guys that see, you know, shooting slugs or buckshot, maybe a guy's wincing with recoil in anticipation. Like, come out and do it. Come out and do it. Yeah, come out, we'll see how you do. After 100 rounds of this stuff, it gets to you. Is it still rad? Hell yeah, it's still rad. Yeah, it's still probably my top choice of pump action shotgun. The Winchester 1300 and this one, the SXP. Freaking awesome. I'm gonna slow it down here. Now, what you don't know because you're not shooting the gun, and I'm yelling with my hearing protection, sorry, is that rotary bolt is not just hype. What it does is when the gun shoots, it actually starts the unlocking process for you. All you have to do is complete it. That is why I love the 1300 so much, and the SXP. That you shoot it and the gun's helping you. It's like, oh, you're done shooting. Oh, I got this. Let me unlock the bolt for you, bro. And it does. I think the 870 is probably the next fastest gun for me. The 500 and Mossberg 590 are probably third place for me. The 590 especially seems like I have to shuck that thing pretty good to get speed out of it. How about SAWC? How about the 1300 and SXP are tops? I mean, though, it's going to depend on which variation you get. They have these tactical versions with full pistol grip stocks, which honestly I don't like. I like this stock, like I said. Easy to put in a case, easy to get in and out of a vehicle. And there's no problems with me reaching the safety, which is right here. So on a 1300, it's right here. My action release is right here, right there. So a Mossberg safety's here, 870's here. They're all three different. Again, practice to know which platform you're shooting and get good at it. Basically, things that I don't do. But if you have a pistol grip on the shotgun, it could be an issue coming all the way up here, flicking it off. It definitely is an issue when you run it with a Mossberg, with that tang mounted safety. Okay, we'll do singles on this one. Now, my technique, and it's just my stupid technique, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it's what I do. Number one, I'm gonna tape that recoil pad with that high quality black electrical tape. That way, as I bring the shotgun in and out of the shoulder pocket, it's not grabbing. Then for this exercise, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna anchor it in a pivot fashion. So I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna sight, crank around off, shuck, come down at about a 45. What I don't lose that way is my shoulder seating, and so I don't have to come up and re-shoulder every time. Now you can do that and practice and get good at it, but if you put a sling on it, that's an interference. If you have LBE, that's interference. If you have, I don't know, comms right here, cords of any kind, interference. I find when you know the shots are gonna be cranking, and by the way, this isn't just for shotgun, this is everything. Stay planted, just like this. So you're walking around. Again, this is just me, and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but this is what I do. I'm gonna be right here. Then all I have to do is, I'm up here, ready. But I'm right here planted the whole time. If things are gonna go down, like if I'm gonna have a chipmunk, one of those communist chipmunks jump out, I'm gonna get that sumbitch. Communist chipmunk. Oh my gosh, is there such a thing? I know there is. Okay, so we're in the shoulder pocket. So you see the last couple shots, I'm getting a little bit better at ejecting that shell. As soon as it shoots, shell comes back. I'm honestly out of practice, like I said. But give me like 4 boxes, I'll be back to where I was before. Whoops, forgot. There we go. I have a few more. So are they recommended? Heck yeah. Buy with confidence, man. Go out and find an SXP. I recommend, if you're going to use it for tactical chipmunk hunting, put an extended magazine on it. I'll put links below to what I used. That's staying tightened up with this lower power load here. Yeah, buy with confidence. The guns are rad. I know a lot of TMPers who already own an SXP. I know some that own 1300s. Some inherited that 1300 from their dad or their grandfather, and they're wisely not selling it ever. Good on them. Yeah, the guns are rad, obviously. I don't see anything that has superseded their technology either, which is amazing actually. Yeah, slow on that. There we go. That ejection was much better. Like that. Like that. Like that. I think I'm out. Yep, I am. All right, boys and girls, another dumb video in desert shotgunning, a by request video, by the way. Yeah, dudes in the Patreon service, the Nut and Fancy Patreon Clubhouse, have told me, hey dude, where's the shotguns? Where's the shotgun content? Here you are, brother, right here. And we have answered the question with empirical data. And there is absolutely no question that the Winchester 1300 and SXP are still rad. Top choices for pump action combat shotguns and for chipmunk hunting, duck hunting, deer hunting, whatever hunting. Let me know in the comment below if you have one, if you love it, what flavors do you own, what chamberings do you own. I guess most of you guys are in 12 gauge. That would be my guess. Thanks again. Next video, we'll see you soon.